Welcome, Angry Me Faithful. God, I just ruined that one.
Welcome, Angry Me. You know what? I just fucked that up, too. Welcome, Angry Faithful, to an episode of...
I can hear you.
What the hell? Yeah, I can hear me. You can't hear me? See, okay. It's a good thing that we're not going live.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Oh, now you can hear me. Okay, cool, great, awesome.
It was the headphones, not us. So, yeah. Welcome, Angry Faithful. We're kind of worn out, pretty much from... I don't think it was yesterday. I just think it was just
Just life catching up with us, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we did some fun stuff yesterday, and we're paying for it now, which it really was fun. One, we got to do something that we rarely get to do, and that's actually just hang out with each other.
Yeah, exactly. And then that was my first actual Black Rifle opening.
Yeah, and the one thing that we both wanted to do is hang out with the owners and everything. Usually they show up, but they were in Daytona 500.
Yeah, they were at the race today.
Logan was making a bow.
Oh, okay.
He was making a recurve bow.
Oh, wow.
With Travis.
So they were doing cool guy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And even the people that were usually up there, the people from Unscribed Podcast, those are the actual guys that I actually ended up talking to when I was at the TAC.
Yeah.
Well, Chris wasn't even in there. He got a bump in. He helps with the BRCC fund now. So, but all in all, I mean, Heather Lynn was freaking ice fishing.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a good event. We got to see the minigun Tesla.
Yes, it's on my personal page. I didn't put it on the Angry Meat production page.
Yeah, no, I mean, which is totally fine.
It was our fun days. So usually when I do the fun days between me and you, I just put it on mine because most of the people that we hang out with, I mean, they're on both, but it was just us hanging out and actually having fun, being friends.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't. You know, I mean, we don't get to do it very often, because their schedules and everything like that. But you know, I mean, it was cool. We had my boys with me. Got to see Colin throw an axe. He's surprisingly pretty good at it.
Did you take a picture of him getting the center punch?
No, I didn't, because I was like, hold on, and then he just went after it, and he hit just to the right of the bullseye on the first shot, and I was like, what?
I'm glad I got mine.
Yeah,
dude, I took it. Okay. If you see the photos on my personal Facebook, I did dead center, and I got all the way up to the handle.
Yeah,
dude, you saw the guy up there that was doing the stuff.
Yeah,
he had a hard time pulling it out.
Yeah, I mean he
was a stout man.
Yeah, he's not little by any stretch of the imagination.
No. But it was one of those guys that if he said, "You're gonna be my bitch," and I was like, "What dress am I wearing? I just gotta know."
Right.
Because I'm not gonna take this. I'm gonna have to take this lying down on this one. But no, it was a fun event. They had axe throwing. Did you try the beer?
I did not.
The beer and the beef jerky, I've had better, but the beer was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah, well, you're talking about fire-based brewing, right? So
yeah,
I mean, with these microbrews and everything that are starting to pop up all over the place, I mean,
it's the
law of averages, man. You're going to find more good than you are going to find bad.
Well, coming from a person that's actually done it, I've had some bad batches.
Yeah, like I said, the law of averages. Because I mean, with the number of people that are out there doing it now, it's insane. Well,
I tried. they try to make like an Irish red. I tell you this right now, I'm never gonna try an Irish red ever again. Even if it was like, wow, we professional. It is so hoppy. Mm-hmm. It has so much hops in it.
Well, the only Irish red that I've generally drank in the past was always George Killian's, but I don't know. I've only tried one IPA that I've actually enjoyed, and that was at the Clask and Flagon. It was that sports bar right outside Fenway Park. And because it wasn't because they didn't have like a lack of variety on their menu.
Yeah.
But it was more or less just because, I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Because they brew it there in the house, in-house. And so I'm like, okay, I'll give this a shot. But, it was surprisingly pretty good. It was very, very, very pale, but it didn't have a lot of hops to it. It had a real clean, citrusy kind of taste to it. And I was like, well, that's pretty decent.
Well, the friend that made it, he drank it. He's like, oh, this is so great and everything. I was like, oh, okay. It's one of those things that you get an opinion from somebody that's supposed to be good and everything like that. It's like nowadays I ask, there's like, oh, that chick's way, way, way hot. And then I look at him, I'm like, so you're nearsighted or farsighted? I think it's nearsighted. It's depending. It's depending on
it's all about perspective. Yeah, it's all about perspective and preference. And it's like for me, like with Mindy, I tell Mindy all the time that she is the single-handed most beautiful woman in my world, and and I will firmly believe that, and I will fight anybody about that. Because
she's fairly attractive
with women. And beer, and for that matter, anything at all.
Yeah, it's your personal preference.
Yeah,
really.
it's the truest definition, or rather application of beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So
yeah,
but it's generally I like to stay away from IPAs just simply due to the fact that most of the ones that I've tried in the past, you've had to eat with a spoon.
Oh yeah, I got
and it's just because they have so many hops in them, and it's just I'm like, fuck.
It's like they don't try to follow the recipe.
Yeah, because they'll be like add hops to taste, and they're like, oh, well, they dump the whole bag, and they're like, oh, that'll do her, It's like,
yeah,
it's like they give it the dad treatment, where they go up and like you ratchet down a ratchet strap, and you have to cling, and you go, well, that ain't going nowhere. And that's giving it the dad seal of approval because otherwise, it'll fly off.
Yeah.
So, but
the beef jerky, it was the best way to describe it was it was honest to God beef jerky, but they went off and they only had like 2 flavors I would probably eat. Mm-hmm. The other ones were just too spicy.
Gotcha. Now they did have some cars out there on display. They had a car show. And to include the Black Rifle minigun Tesla, but they had that '68 Camaro.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Even with the patina, with the rust that was coming through the original paint,
yeah.
The seats weren't redone or nothing. It showed its age, and I'm like, that's cool for me. I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. You had that guy that showed up in that orange and white '79 Z28. That obviously, it was still a work in progress because he didn't have any of the badging on there at all. And and him and that other guy that dumped that LS1 in that truck, that Silverado that was sitting out there.
Yeah.
They both pulled out on that access road and gassed it. And I'm like sitting there going, okay, they didn't go very far, very fast, but I guarantee you that their gas needle moved a quarter of a tank.
Yeah.
But
one of these things moving, if it's not the speedometer, it's going to be the gas gauge.
Exactly. And probably about $5 worth of gas just pouring out of the tailpipe.
It's probably about $10 nowadays.
But, yeah, thanks, Biden. But they did have a Lamborghini Murcielago there.
Oh.
And, dude, when my 10-year-old can see over the top of the car without getting on his toes, mm-hmm. that tells me right away I have no business being in that car.
Dude, when people tell me it's like, oh, I would buy a Lamborghini, it's like there's no fucking chance of that. It's like the Dodge Vipers when they were around.
No,
when they first came out, they were so low to the ground, you couldn't put the top part of a Coke can underneath it.
Yeah, no, you couldn't. And a lot of it is because they're looking for that sleek, swept back styling. There was a rear mounted engine like most Lamborghinis are, all Lamborghinis are, with the exception of the SUV that they've got.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong, beautiful car, absolutely beautiful correct craftsmanship on the part of the Italians. Awesome. I mean, I looked at that Lamborghini more than I did the Ferrari that was sitting out there.
No, I like Ferraris more. Yeah. Tit for tat type thing.
But I could not see myself trying to pour myself into a Lamborghini. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I've seen and have been in NASCAR race cars that have sat higher.
Yeah.
And those are designed, purpose built to go fast. I mean, you've got so much carbon fiber, so much Italian leather, you've got so much aluminum alloy in those cars that if you screw anything up on them, if you get into a wreck in a Lamborghini, it's almost to the point now where you have to send them back to Italy. You have to ship the car back to Lamborghini in Italy for them to fix it, because the body, and for the most part, parts of the tub for the cabin is made out of carbon fiber. So
yeah.
I mean, they have to basically, in all essence, cut out and rebuild your car.
Yeah.
And I'm just
to me, that's most supercars though.
I mean, to me though, that's more money than brains kind of a car. Yeah. I mean, they're nice to look at, and in a controlled environment on a closed course, yeah, I could probably drive one just to see what they're all about. Just to kind of get a feel for what that displacement does with the rear-mounted engine versus horsepower on the ground, whether or not it's got good traction control. Just to kind of see what the handling feels like.
You know what's really funny, though? You remember our Suicide Squad, I think it was? Yeah, that's the only one that had a Joker in it. Mm-hmm. But Suicide Squad and that car that Joker was driving?
Yeah, we're talking about the Josh Whedon one, right?
No.
The first was Suicide Squad, not the James Gunn one.
No, Suicide Squad was made by David Ayers.
That's right, David Ayers. I don't know for whatever reason I was thinking. No, because Josh Whedon took over Justice League, and he just completely ruined it.
Yeah.
And that's one of those cases where you either live long enough, you either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain. And I think Josh Whedon has left the days of heroism behind.
Yeah.
Where he gave us Buffy, he gave us Angel, he gave us Firefly, and he gave us a couple of good Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But past that, well, he gave us what is it? It's the Dale and Tucker.
I don't think he did that one.
Yeah, he did. He did.
The Dale and Tucker one?
Yeah.
I know he did Cabin in the Woods. He gave us that. I think the reason why you're thinking that is because of Andy.
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, was in it.
Let me see here.
But
if you're to do about nothing.
But if you're right,
the Avengers,
Writers, Eli Craig.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
Is Eli Craig the same guy that did Shaun of the Dead?
I think so.
Hold on. I'm
That's something I did not know. He did Titan AE. You remember that animated movie that came out in 2000?
No, he did Zombieland. Okay.
But you remember Titan AE, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Whedon did that one. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
What's like that one movie with Harrison Ford, where he loses his memory, and he's always talking about Ritz crackers and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know who wrote that? J.J. Abrams.
Really?
Yeah, he won an Academy Award for it.
Nice.
Then he goes directing. No, that was.
And that's right. Josh Whedon did Dollhouse. The fact of the matter is
he
like,
gave it a lot. Like, did you say Dark Angel?
No, he did Angel.
Dark Angel. He also did Dark Angel.
Oh, the one with Jessica Alba.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That was actually a really good series. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. It was a nice tuck away, but nowadays, the guy that's getting a lot of praise nowadays is God, man, I can't remember his. The guy that's doing like Yellowstone and.
Oh, Taylor Sheridan.
Taylor Sheridan. You know how many movies he's touching right now?
Dude, it's insane.
Because he did the
top.
Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
He's doing 1883, 1936.
Yeah, 1936. That's an in between Yellowstone story.
He's doing one with Sylvester Stallone called Tuscan? No. What's that city in fucking Oklahoma?
Tulsa.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called Tulsa.
So, wait. We're gonna see Sylvester Stallone maybe talking with a little bit of action.
The backstory on it is he's an ex-mobster. They want to hold in that area, so they send him after he's done his
called Tulsa King.
Tulsa King, yeah.
Follows an Italian mobster who faces with the startling task of reestablishing his Italian mafia family in Kansas City, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with that.
He's also doing. I mean, if you, let me see here, because it was just a flash of all the stuff that he's doing right now, and he's writing a lot of them.
Oh, and it's going to be a TV series. Wow, Sylvester Stallone's going to come to the little screen. Okay.
Yeah, well, a lot of the big stars coming to the little screen.
Yeah, what did they say? It's like you make movies to get famous, and you do TV to get rich.
Yeah. Gosh, it's not showing all of his stuff. Yeah, because they got Mayor Kingston, Yellowstone, 1883, but it doesn't have all of his stuff. Tulsa King, Landman. Landman's with Billy Bob Thornton. Yellowstone spinoff, the 4-6s, which he just bought that ranch.
Now, well, I want to see what do you give it? The over under. They're saying that the actual release date for Top Gun Maverick is May 22nd or 27th this year. I'm saying over because they're going to probably push it back again.
They're probably going to have to. And it's not because of COVID or anything like that. Oh, fuck. What can I say? Syphilis. You can't even say that. This is so sad. You can't even say that.
I'm perplexed that you defaulted to syphilis, though.
It's something that you don't want.
Yeah. Okay. True enough. Yeah.
But I'm looking at the release date of Doctor Strange because that's coming out in May 6th.
Yeah, they may have to push Maverick back to June because I don't see Doctor Strange giving up the #1 spot for at least 6 weeks. But it's Tom Cruise. He may be banking on the fact that,
Well, that's the.
And it might be fortuitous for Tom Cruise, and here's why. Because there's rumors that he's going to be Iron Man Superior in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. So it might give you like a heads up and everything. They don't have they started doing this is they stopped putting in who's going to be in. Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I can't wait to see that now.
What's that?
Bruce Campbell's going to be in Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness.
Well, he would have to be.
I mean, I know it's being done by Sam Raimi and everything.
Sam Raimi, yeah. I mean, and Sam Raimi, because, you know, that goes back to the Evil Dead days when, I mean, they made the first movie on a dorm room budget, right? Mm-hmm. Almost every movie Sam Raimi has done, Bruce Campbell's done a cameo.
Because they're like brothers. I mean, even his brothers in those movies too now.
Dude, okay. And I tried to revisit. I tried again last night to watch Spider-Man 3 in its entirety. My boys couldn't even get into it. I mean, they were like, this is so cringe.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just like...
Well, that's what happens when producers get into stuff and they just keep on adding stuff. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. And it just turns to crap. That's the reason why they should do what a couple of directors have done in their career and everything is they set it up to where whatever I want, it gets printed. No matter what. You know, with the editing and everything like that, you don't have any say. No matter what. And I have it for these movies. Producers do not have any kind of say. As long as I keep in the same guideline of something that's not like too over budget. Mm-hmm. And I was like...
I mean, it was even to the point where when Kirsten Dunst was, you know, I mean, she's MJ, right? So when she leans in to kisses James Franco, you know, Harry Osborn, both of my boys jumped up. MJ, you're a hoe. You know? And I'm like, yeah, that's my boy, you know. You know, and then we had Stan Lee's cameo in Spider-Man 3. You know, and I don't care how poorly a Marvel movie is doing, you know, as far as like time, you know, story and just pace and whatever. And that's the one thing that we know that we're going to miss out on forever. Mm-hmm. Is just Stan Lee. Just even in Captain Marvel, he didn't have a line. He was reading his script from Mallrats. You know on the L train, right?
Well, it's the same thing with Doctor Strange. He was just reading.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that Stan Lee was there.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, man. And then, of course, Ryan Reynolds came out today or yesterday, and he was like, I am definitely not in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And I'm like, I love Ryan Reynolds to death, but when he's channeling his inner Wade, dude, I cannot trust anything that guy says. You could almost guarantee that he's going to be in that movie just by him saying no.
Or he's going to crop himself into it somehow.
You know, I mean, because people, like, they took the poster for it and they broke it down, like, frame by frame and pixel by pixel, you know, kind of a thing. And there are people that swear that they see Deadpool in the poster for the movie. And I'm like, yeah.
I want to see this.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Okay, it actually came up, Deadpool. Poster Deadpool. He's in the...
Because he's not on the cast list.
Well...
I mean, we know we're going to have to...
It kind of... Okay, someone had to, like... I'll send you this. Hold on.
Because we know that we're going to have Patrick Stewart's...
He's already on the call list now.
Yeah. So, you know, and then there's Bruce Campbell in all of his gloriousness. Yes, sir. Rachel McAdams, of course, she's going to be...
You know what? They're doing Zombies, Doctor Strange. Dude, I would give anything for Ash. I would give anything for Ash.
Just like the introduction, just be a random chainsaw, be sitting there, and then all you see is just a hand reach down and grab it, and then you don't see anything else. No more references to Ash for a night. another 20 or 30
No,
minutes.
no.
For another 20 or 30 minutes. And then just as we think that all is lost, you hear it. And you hear this groovy. And then you just start seeing zombies fall, dude. And then you're getting, and then Ash shows up. And he lays down in ashism. I don't know what it would be, but whatever it would be, you can almost guarantee that the theater would explode.
Oh yeah. It would be Spider-Man all over again. Because I blew up every time. Freaking all the extra people that were in it. And
oh yeah,
like
dude.
That.
Yeah. I mean, people were going nuts. And that's part of the magic of seeing these movies, these superhero movies, specifically like the Marvel, the MCU movies. Whenever they start introducing these characters, or you start seeing glimpses of these characters that people love. I mean, they just absolutely love. And I don't know, man. It's just you don't get that with any other, experience. Like, the only reason I'm going to go see Top Gun in the theater is just because of the surround sound, and just being able to see it on the big screen. Now,
you don't get that much of that, where the sound quality. The only movie that was unbearably to watch, only because of the sound of it, was Push. I had a bass speaker, and all it was techno. The entire fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the sound mixers just didn't do their jobs right. But, yeah. But anyway, so, yeah, we entered for some giveaways over there in Plano for the Black Rifle guys, and you got the big prize of the day.
Yeah. It was, and I keep on telling people the story on this. Is we were talking outside while we were playing cornhole and watching the kids playing in the gym and everything, that he put in my name and his name, and then I put in his name and my name in there. And
the ticket that they drew was the one that I put in.
Yeah, because the first ones that I did were on top.
Yeah,
and they just threw them the top part, and then you got yours. And what's funny is we literally said when we're outside, man, you do realize, because there was only like probably about 50, maybe 60 people there.
People were clearing out.
Yeah,
and I mean, there were the people with their cars. They were pulling off or whatever. And it was getting kind of sparse.
Yeah. And the people that were there were hoping to win that last prize.
Oh, they were. Absolutely.
And
now, I would have been happy with the nightstick, the weapon light.
Yeah.
That would have been great. I would have been okay with that.
Dad has one. And he buys like a trope of them.
No, really? Okay.
Yeah, because the sheriff's apartment sells them at their stand at the
gun show.
Yeah, gun show. But we were talking outside. He's like, you know what'd be funny? We get like to the fourth person and it'll be us. I was like, dude, I can actually see us doing that only because our luck.
Yeah, and sure enough, the first three names that they drew, they were not there, inside or outside.
Yeah, and we were like looking at each other every time. It was like, it was.
I kept rubbing my hands together. I'm like, man, this is.
And I was doing the faces like, is this really how it's gonna be playing out? Are we really gonna have to? I was like, next name, no one was there. I was like, oh my God, it's going to play out exactly. And then next person, no one there. Like, you got to be kidding me.
And, honestly, and I said I was butthurt and bitter about it, by not winning it. But, I got to thinking about it last night. I'm like, dude, I would have had no place to put that thing. I mean, yeah, the crate is amazing. It's cool. It's a one of a kind. You're not going to be able to find those out on the wall. What'd you do to it?
I didn't do anything to it. It was
talking about the latch. Doesn't like the latch.
Well, the reason why it doesn't want to latch is because the back end wasn't hammered very well. So I got to get a piece of board or a rubber mallet and just pop it in and nail it.
But I mean, it's a beautiful crate.
Oh yeah,
beautiful. The inside is, just meticulous. Yeah. I mean, the big thing obviously in there is the hammer hatchet, but
yeah, that was the big thing that they don't sell anymore. You can't get them anymore. But one of the guys that was there that I was talking to, oh God, what was his name? I'm trying to find his name. In the no, it wasn't there. I have to go to because I ended up posting it on the Black Rifle Coffee fan page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that post.
Yeah, which is up to like 360 likes. There was one guy who was like, this is the thing on it. I'm not going to search for it because it's going to take me forever to find it. It was, I'll buy it for $300. I was like, no, sir. And he's like, well, I kind of thought of it that way. And the guy that was up there that was from Black Rifle, he's a funny guy. He's like, what if I give you nude pics of Puppet CEO Hafer, Evan Hafer? And I was like, sir, are you some kind of telepath or mind reader or something like that? Because you have a deal. I want that, and I want it dirty.
Yeah, I mean, to open up our own location, we would need $250,000 worth of liquid capital and then a net worth of $500,000. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's the base rate for almost any company go to franchise, unless you do the
golden check.
Yeah, golden check, and there's also another thing. If you don't want to do the brick and mortar, is you just sell it.
Yeah,
because they'll sell you the coffee wholesale. You buy it in bulk, and you basically sell it the price it's on the internet, and you get some kind of profit from it.
Yeah,
which it's still a good deal because Marksman Arms does that. A couple of other places did that.
It is a good deal. I mean, and it's definitely worth it's something that's worth looking into. My thing is that when how dealers should never smoke their own product. Like, dude, my kidneys alone would probably revolt and try to like dissolve themselves because of the sheer amount of coffee that I would take in at that point.
You just gotta bounce it off with like green tea or some shit like that.
Yeah, well, that's true, but still, nonetheless.
But yeah,
I mean, that would definitely be something. I mean, especially because the odds are of us most likely relocating to Lake Jackson area. There is nothing there. The closest Black Rifle location, as far as like in brick and mortar, is North Houston, 40 miles away.
Yeah. I mean, we can go like 2 hours away, but you do it through company. Me, I do it for my own benefits and everything.
Yeah, I mean,
it's one of those nice things to go through.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to play around with the concept of it. I mean, if it becomes something that would be like plausible,
yeah,
then definitely, and that's something we can get into. And I mean, because dude, the veteran community down in Lake Jackson, Freeport, Surfside City, Angleton, Richwood, places like that, dude, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. There's a high level of veteran, of veterans down there. And, I mean, obviously you're going to see, your fair share of, like, old-timers, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. You're starting to see a lot of the younger people come back. They're getting jobs, they're opening up companies of their own. And some of them, they go to some of the outlying areas like Katy, Conroe, Friendswood, places like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's something. I mean, it's something we can kind of tuck tuck away on the back shelf for a while.
Yeah, if something big happens to us and everything like that.
Yeah, like one of us hits the lottery or something,
or
permanently retire, but
someone gets a sugar daddy, sure, mama, mainly me.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're gonna have to take the hit. How rich? We're talking B here. Yeah, definitely. God damn it. All right.
We're talking Lex Luthor rich.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking that type.
I mean, it's the. She has a trophy tucked away somewhere in a study in her house that says Miss Gangbang 1923.
Or I might get a syphilis from Charlie Chaplin area.
Yeah, I mean, good grandma's boy reference.
I know,
like
right?
That, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Love that movie.
Nick and Nick, what was his last name? Nick Swanson? Anyway, he just rolls over and he's like, I should have wore a condom. Who else wants some of Gray Bush?
Have you ever seen the outtakes of that?
No, but I am sure that there's watching them.
There's I think probably around about 2 to 3 minutes of him doing that one scene.
What's funny is the fact that it's with Mrs. Partridge, man.
Yeah, well, not a lot. Even she said it in the making of behind the scenes shit.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking. It was like, no, everybody remembers me as Mrs. Partridge, but they forget that I used to do a theater and I was a whore in a theater production.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that people see you as something and they just keep it. Oh, this is what you were. This is what you were. It's like the AT&T chick.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to know her.
Nick Swartzen. That's
Nick Swartzen. Okay. Everybody's going to know her as the AT&T chick, even if she gets a really good paying gig.
Well, dude, she's got these very risque shots out there, and she was part of that iCloud leak. Yeah. No, don't. No.
I'm not going to post it.
Okay, fine.
But I am going to look.
Yeah. Doris Roberts was Grandma Lily, and let me see here. Yeah, I forgot Jonah Hill was in that movie. Yeah, dude, there was a ton of people in that movie.
Yeah, they had a lot of. Oh well, it's Adam Sandler.
But then there's Linda Cardellini.
Yeah,
bro. I mean, I get it. She's Hawkeye's wife, Agent 19 in the MCU now.
Thelma.
But dude, she is always going to be Thelma.
Velma.
Did I say Thelma?
Yeah.
Velma. She's always going to be Velma.
Yeah, she has some really.
I'm just like, bro. Yeah. That is it. That is the one.
Yeah, she has some nice
assets.
Photos.
Oh, the AT&T girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
she's cute.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was definitely it was a good Saturday for, and then today was the Daytona 500, so I spent a majority of the day watching that.
Yeah. And if you look at the I don't post the there. I don't know why I didn't click on that. But Justin Evan Mether, that's the guy that was out there.
Mm-hmm.
That was that did that joke with the nude pic of signed autographed nude pic of CEO Puppet Evan. Yeah. I was like, dude. Well, me and him were talking when it first came out. I was like, I want more Puppet Evan. And they had another one. It was just like a short thing. And I was like, no, I want more of Puppet Evan. That was freaking hilarious. It's a HR Lupo.
Yeah, like crank yankers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to see here. The 42 car.
But full mat.
Yeah, the 42 car that is sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee in the Cup Series.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see where that finished. Because I knew that there was a huge wreck.
Yes, I seen that. It came up on my feed because now I'm have sports stuff on my feeds now, Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But no, me and reason it was so funny because me and him were talking about, and he's like, "Hey, you like a lot of our stuff, but you don't post stuff." It's like, well, I'm doing this and this and this. I'm always posting stuff on my page, the Angry Me production page, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I get that." And he looked at some of this stuff, and he's like, "Dude, these are hilarious." And then I showed him. I was like, "Oh, you think these are hilarious?" There's a secret sleeper group for some of our fans. He's like, "What do you mean by that?" And I showed him that, and he's like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah, but the 42 Black Rifle car today finished 11th in that race today.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
But no, the Full Mag Coffee Club, they were like posting all day today about all the stuff of there's Matt down in the what's the space where they're the
garages, the pits.
The pit. It was down in the pit. And someone posted this, and I was trying to figure out how to send it to you. And I as soon as I pressed play to watch it, my Facebook blinked out. And I had to find it again, and I was like, "Screw this!
Yeah,
hate that." But no, it was the Fox Sports guy who's going through the stands and everything, asking people a question and everything. Oh, well, what happens if your guys wins and everything like that? This, and then one guy's like, "What are you gonna do when you when the person wins and everything?" "I'm gonna scream out, 'Fuck Joe Biden!'" Right on air. Mike was there. They couldn't change it out. And he's like, these things happen, folks.
Yeah.
You know, on stuff like that, I wonder if the FCC can still find that guy for saying a curse word.
They'll find the person, but they won't go after the network.
Can they but
well, they could probably go after the network and kind of give them one of those, hey,
No,
you should be running a 10-second delay.
Okay, I can see that.
But
it's not, in all honesty, because I know some people bitch want to complain that I said this, and even you would probably say it, but it's the fact nowadays. Yes, I know it's a family event and everything like that, but it's gonna be on. You can find worse stuff on internet.
Oh yeah, you most definitely can find worse things, but it's the fact that it's live TV. Now,
okay,
like over in England, you can say "fuck all" or "fuck off." You can drop the F-bomb.
But you can't say piss.
But you can't say piss.
Yeah.
But
it's culture difference. But the other thing is this is what gets me, okay? And this is from God, who's the publisher of Hustler?
Larry Flint.
Larry Flint. It's come from him. Because I watched that movie. Whatever it was.
It was like the biopic about him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson did it, yeah.
You can show live on air a person getting murdered or dying or any of that stuff. But a new woman or someone using a curse word, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't want to see like people blown up or people knowing that I want to see people get blown up. Of course, I'm also the same person that watches seals getting bashed with a club. But now we had like one mishap through the whole trip, which it happens. But other than that, it was a pretty good trip, and I reconnected with a couple of people that just whenever I go to these events, I'm making sure I check them out and say hi to them. Kayla was one of them. Now it's going to be her husband and Justin, but it was nice seeing those people, and they're not, they're doing their job and everything, and they're not fake.
Yeah.
Because hands down, I hate that fake kindness bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I can't stand it. And going out and talking with people is like, yes, I have this. I mean, Chad Prather he's going into politics now, and he's still trying to be governor. But he still wasn't fake. He was like, hey, this. I was like, what about this? And he was like, oh, this. I mean, he was truthful.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the guy to death. I would vote him 100 times over. But it's those types of people. There really isn't a couple of people that I've met in my lifetime. Well, Wayne Newton's one of them. It's top on the list, and I freaking hate that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have heard that he is just the
Maria told me the same
cock.
thing. Maria told me the same thing because she used to live in Vegas, and she had to deal with him a couple of times.
Yeah.
And she was like, I would punch him. You probably had all right to do it. I was like, thank God. I should have done it.
Yeah, but no, I'm hoping that with my schedule kind of metamorphosizing itself into what it's starting to become, the closer it gets to either I'm moving down there on schedule or I move down there ahead of time because of a job. I'm looking forward to potentially both of us being down there because, dude, that would be...
Yeah, it would be awesome.
It would be, because... I mean, it would be nice to have somebody, like a friend to go hang out with.
Yeah. I mean, you can make more friends, but nowadays it's so hard.
Dude, I'm always about quality over quantity, man. I really am. I always have been.
I mean,
well, I say that. I mean, it used to be that you wanted to be as popular as possible.
Yeah.
But, the older I get, I'm coming up on, I turned 45 this year. And I'm like, dude, a lot of times, I just want to chill at the house.
Yeah.
And if people want to hang out, they can come on and hang out with me. Or if it's a good close friend, I'll go hang out with them, or we'll go do something.
Yeah, I pretty much snuck up on you.
You did. You did. You kind of dropped in there, but and I'm like,
it's hard legwork, and then you find out that the guy's a piece of shit, and you're like, it's too late. You're in too deep.
Well, now if you're implying that either one of us are the piece of shit, then you would be way off base.
No. I had a friend.
Of course, that's all subjective, of course, to point of view. There are people out there that think that we're both pieces of shit, but fuck
hands
that.
down, it's more me.
Okay, all right, well, fine. I'll just agree to disagree with you on that point, sir.
It's always who you talk to. If you talk to your ex-wife on me, I would be a good person. You would be a horrible piece of shit. But if you talk to people like, one of my exes, it would be totally reverse.
Right.
Yeah.
But, and it's not so much, and I think a lot of it is that you and I, we've gotten to the point in our lives where we're not being a dickhead for being dickhead's sake. I mean, we do have compassion in our hearts. We have empathy, and we like to try to practice it as much as humanly possible during the course of a single day. Yeah,
because I was thinking through that. I was like, and I hate saying this. I really do. I was like, if it wasn't for your kids being in that car, we'd be heading on over to that fire.
Right. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man. Well, even if they had been in the car, it's just the fact that Reagan wasn't sick. I mean, it was just like we needed to get back. And because I mean, at that point, well, yes, the prospect of hunting down where this fire was, just to kind of get a scope as to how big it was, because you could watch your dog run away for 2 days out there.
Yeah.
But until you're up there on it, seeing how far it goes from horizon to horizon. I don't know. I mean, when my kid got sick in the car, I was like, immediately, I went back. I mean, I was in full on dad mode at that point. So I mean, all in all, I mean, even with the incident with him, I mean, it was a great day.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it was a small.
hell, you even got your back seat steam cleaned.
Yeah.
You know, so
my car smells good now.
oh, good,
Yeah.
good. So, you know, it just I don't know, man. It's days like that.
It's one of those things. If something didn't go wrong, I would be scared.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
I'm happy.
I always
small.
budget for one malfunction during
Exactly
the planning of anything, and
we made it there on time. We got to talk to the people. We had fun. We talked to other people when we were playing a cornhole. And kids were having fun. I mean, that was the whole experience, and it was a good day.
Yeah.
We came back with something. Oh, and God, I wish. I think Kayla had a little bit of stuff to do about getting me that book, but the endurance book that I mean, as soon as I got it, I was like, I was hands down willing to pay for it. I thought they were, you know, you go to the store, you don't think like something's not for sale, especially something that has a price tag on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you can bring it up by doing this way. He's like, how do you know systems? I was like, I used to be a cashier, and you can just bring up, you know, this item. It's like, no, just take it. We don't want to do that. just take the book.
Yeah,
and I always hands down. Yeah,
I'm like, wow, okay, cool, you know. And I was watching. I was sitting there at the table. I was watching this whole thing take place. And as soon as you turned around and saw that he was signing the book, your eyebrows went straight up, and you went, oh, wow. And then when he turned around to hand it to you, you played it off like, oh, man, that's really great. Thank you. I mean,
no, you missed the part where I was like, dude, I'm thinking about giving you a hug. This is awesome. Because one thing about me is, you know, a lot of people go off of the fact, oh, my dad does this, and a lot of other people is like, if it Boba Fett, you know, David would love it. But if you give me something like a heartfelt in a book, and if it means something to you, it will mean something even more to me now, because you credited to, and the guy was signing and everything. And yes, I was like, oh my God, they're actually giving me this book. That was my whole thing. Is like,
yeah.
Oh, I really want to pay you guys. And even I told Kayla about the whole flag thing. I was like, and the guy was like, just promote my stuff. I was like, I'll promote you every freaking day of my life. But it was a good thing, and it was very fun, and it was very great hanging out with you again, to where we actually can do stuff, because we both have like hectic lives, and it's getting to the point right now to where most of our stuff is going to be Zoom anyways.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about doing this one on Zoom. I was like, no, we got to do at least one episode in the studio, even though we're losing the studio, which we got to get some of this stuff out of here.
Yeah.
But he said something about May, so. But we'll keep y'all peoples informed, that people that dedicate to listen to us.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, it's Angry Me, I think, is we're evolving a little bit, so.
We already have like 2,000
2,000 listens. See, that's what it's about.
But here's the thing: is okay. We get a lot of listens and everything, but we don't. It doesn't. That's the reason why I don't like, you know, data crunching. Because once you find something, because
it forces you into a mold, and really, that's never been what we've been about.
No, it's just one of those things. I'm so glad that I'm the only one that looks at stuff. Because it benefits me, because if I get to my point where I'm looking at something going, oh, okay, man, we're not doing too good because we're just listening to this. We're just doing this. And then you go around and you look at something else, you're like, but we're good with this. What the fuck is going? And so I literally, people ask me, it's like, oh, do you crunch your numbers and everything? So, fuck no, because I'll get emails that say something totally different.
Yeah. You know, and I don't want us to get into that mode or that habit of, panning to our demographics. You know, I mean, because if anything, our listeners that have been with us from basically day one, if there's anything that they can count on us, it's a form of inconsistency.
Oh yeah, because even when it was just me and Michael doing it, it was so inconsistent. The only thing that we have consistency now with is almost the time frame where we put our stuff up.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I am hands down. I put my foot down on it. The sports show, because in my realm of thinking is the whole fact of it being a news type show. You kind of have to
news
sometimes.
News and opinion, yeah.
Yeah, news and opinion. Well, nowadays, news, no matter what.
Yeah, news is opinion.
Even if it's just opinion.
Yeah.
But but it's just, it's to the factor of, I'm so glad that we're able to do this. Every time we go out to do an event or something like that, we always have a little bit more views, maybe about 3 or 4. Our beef up was the Vet Fest, which everybody loved us. Everybody, I mean, I'm gonna treat this like kind of a band type deal.
Yeah.
And I think I told you this.
Yeah.
Basically, I want us to go out and hang out with people and everything. I need to get a little bit more situated with. Maybe get us a speaker or something like that, so when we actually do it, because I found out that doing it with these mics, they're so close, and it's once we get speakers and everything, you won't hear the stuff. You'll hear it like an after effect kind of thing.
Right.
But if you put it up far enough, it doesn't catch the sound that much.
Yeah, it's almost like the guy with the speakers at that Comic-Con.
No, the guy with the speakers up at the deep end. Dude, I couldn't hear. I could faintly hear the music and everything, but that was it. And the speaker was like right there.
Nice.
Right where that.
We want to be able to be heard without hearing ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think we should go ahead and wrap this one up.
Yeah, fun times. We'll get everything. We can leave all this there, so I don't have to take that much this time.
Yeah.
But check us out on Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter,
TikTok, and drop us a line. We'll talk to you. We don't care.
Yeah.
Comment on our videos, share our videos.
Eventually, our TikTok account will grow up and start posting its own content, but that's a work in progress, so stay tuned.
And I've gotten it off my phone, so it doesn't research stuff that's on my phone now. So I took it off. That Johnny does the not TikTok, the
Twitter account.
So that's all him, and he's the only one that does the Twitter stuff. But anyways, thank you for watching. Love you guys. This is the end. Boom.
By the way, I'm Johnny Skelton, and that's David Dickerman, in case you haven't been following along with the conversation.
I am tired. And
so,
man.
You know, so according to the range fans on my range card, I bid you a farewell for the evening. Look at that crossfire.
There you go. You're more in tune on this one today.
All right. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Later, people.